There's supposedly a big old storm on the way today.
Chickens are just dropping eggs left and right.
Whoa! Stay back.
I mean, we lost about 2 inches of water.
What is going on, Frills? Welcome back to another video. Before we start, I just had to give a shout out. Lots of really cool fan mail coming lately. Custom socks. Literally knitted this, how does that even, that's an axolotl. That's
She said her and her boyfriend walked.
That's incredible. Thank you guys so much, like seriously. Lots of really cool stuff always coming in the P.O. box. If you wanted to send anything, it's in the description down below, and a lot of the time I show it on video. We have lots to do today. There's supposedly a big old storm on the way today, so folks, we gotta prep the farm. There's only a couple things to do since we do literally build everything here at the farm to withstand and pre-prep for storms like this.
The only one I'm usually worried about is the pig house over here, Babe's, right, Babe? Babe's house is the only one that's on a lower part of the yard. Obviously, the goats have theirs on stilts, which it's the lowest part of the yard, but they could just go up there and get away from it. Everyone already ate this morning. The coon and the hog, though, theirs is up on higher ground, so they're good. We've got the water dropped down quite a little bit in the Amazon corner, and that's so that if it rains, it fills up. Hey, Garfield. How you doing, Garfield? Something really cool that we did the other day is landscape right here. It looks so much better than it did before. It was just like jaggedy and nasty. So Logan and I did this yesterday, and it looks amazing. Much better than it did before, that's for sure. Just little things like this always make the farm look so much better. I'm gonna continue the gravel all the way down this and probably put some vines up on here so maybe the vines will grow up on the pond. My Snapchat was getting on me about the snake plant. I know, I'll change it eventually, but for now it looks great.
Now, like I said, a lot of the things here at the farm are already pre-prepped. I build the things up to code of big storms, and my mistakes have been made in past farms, and I've built the things off of my mistakes. So a lot of this is good to go as is.
We already put a new pallet there, if you remember the intro of one of my last videos.
Oh yeah.
So that's fixed so they can get up and easily in and out of here now. Their house is on stilts, so they'll be good, that's for sure. Lots of chicken eggs now. Chickens are just dropping eggs left and right. The turkeys are getting massive, as you can see. They're still growing day by day.
Let's see if it'll flare up real quick. I can't make a turkey noise for the life of me.
Oh, it's working. It's working. Chicken coop is good. If the chickens want to go in the coop, they can just run up in there. This is never really going to flood. This is higher than normal. And their house is up on the high land too. So Mango and Lady May, good to go as well. Over here, we have 11 pigs. Now, yes, this part of this enclosure right here, this shall flood. This is going to flood for sure, about all this. This will stay dry over here, and this will definitely stay dry over here, and their house will stay dry, most likely, unless it really rains, which this runoff before that gets a thing. So these guys should all be good as well.
Holy, blinding off the patio. This is the most I should have picked a little darker, my goodness. The building, this fish building right here, this is rated for a Category 5 hurricane, which is much more than we will get in this hurricane. Our hurricane's supposed to be very light, if like a Cat 1, because it's hitting Tallahassee, which is North Florida. It's also on the west side of Florida, not the east side, which I'm on the east coast, and I'm also South Florida, not North Florida. So we're just getting kind of the side. We'll still get 60, 80 mile an hour winds probably, but folks, this thing, she'll be standing after this storm, I promise you that. Rated for a Cat 5. And I went the extra mile and got anchors put on my building. So yeah, she's extra anchored down. And there's one here, one in the middle, one over there, and vice versa, all around the whole building. Mimi! So everything in here will be good to go. Should have no problems during the storm. The only thing I'm worried about, I mean, and granted, it's just wind, but we could also still lose power. And one of the things I have yet to do, and it's very important and I need to do it, is get a dang generator for the house. I have a portable generator that could probably run this building for sure, but I need an actual, when the power goes off, flips right on, and the whole entire house runs, including my house. This pond is looking so good. Shark pond. Woo! As you can see, we have our media. I just put the last bit of dosing that we needed to do for this pond, so that's gonna absorb all the heavy metals and copper that are left inside the pond that might have been sitting in the sand after the water change and everything. Once that's done in about 3 to 4 days, we could take our final test, our final Reef Labs test and API copper test, and we will be in just about 3 to 4 days after these media bags sit for a little bit and absorb all that, we could take our last ICP test and probably be ready for sharks. And then they'll get shipped here from New York. Our zebra sharks shark will be in the pond, and we all could just finally take a deep breath and be like, oh my gosh, it's happening. You know, I've been waiting for too long, way too long. Back to the storm talk. Yeah, Tallahassee's about to get smacked. Have you seen the news? So yeah, fingers crossed for Tally, and by the time this video goes live, it's probably already passed. So prayers are going out to you. Hopefully everyone stays safe. I know it could be gnarly. We've had big storms here at the farm in the past, a few Cat 3s and 4s, and that's just part of Florida, right? Like just like other states get giant tornadoes. I'd want nothing to do with that. I'll take a hurricane over a tornado any day of the week. And then some think otherwise, but I've grew up around hurricanes, so this is nothing to me. And also, if you prep for them, come on Mia, if you prep for them, they're not usually as bad, right? I'll probably have to put a lot of these lawn chairs up the day before the storm, maybe in the basketball hoop. Definitely put these umbrellas down, that's for sure. In a bad enough storm, that plywood would just go flying. But good thing is all of my windows are hurricane proof. So here at the farm, what do you do to prep? Well, there's two things I need to do. I would love to install a generator, but I don't have the money for that right now. That's like $20,000. What I can do though is make sure I am loaded up on feed. God forbid anything happened to the feed store locally or whatever the case may be. We want to make sure that our feed bins that clearly are not full, 2 bags left, are full. And we have a lot of extra TNA hay because TNA hay is a big part of our goats' diet. So we wanna make sure we have food for all of these animals if anything was to happen here. That storm could turn. At any moment, it could turn either way. It could go away from Tally and come to us. Who knows? Mother Nature's crazy. So feed is first. And then we need to think of something to do if the power was to go out, which that's what that is down there. See that generator? These emus got the biggest enclosure in the house. I know for a dang fact they'll be fine. They'll just run around. Right, Rick and Morty? Oh, are you ready for a big old storm, girl? You guys got the barn. So, I mean, if it's bad enough, I'll take them into the patio and definitely keep them inside even if it's bad. But they have the barn. They've got food and water in there. It's a big old barn. They ain't going nowhere. Mia! What are you doing? Did Dad say you were allowed in the hot tub? Because last time I recall, that's not what, I don't even have a towel out here for you. What are you doing? It's 100 degrees outside. Why are you in the hot tub? Weirdo. So yeah, really, I guess the only thing for me to do, since we came prepared for any storm to come, other than a Cat 5, that would be horrible. Knock on wood. Where's wood? I need wood. All right, there we go. All I have to do prepping for the storm wise, and before we start the video, is get feed. Oh gosh, look at this dog. Mia, what are you doing, Mia? Let's go get some animal feed. And this, folks, is my local feed store right here, close to home. This is the man of the hour right here.
Hey, how you doing?
He's the best. We gotta load up. We got a lot of feed to get. We're gonna get like a lot of feed. I'm gonna do 10 things of all stock, 2 things of emu, 3 things of TNA, and that should be good.
274.77.
There it is, just like that.
And then you take your receipt outside and they bring a thing out to the back of the truck and they'll throw all the feed in, go pick up your hay over there, and just like that, you got feed. That's probably roughly a week and a half, probably say 2 weeks comfortably, about 2 weeks worth of feed for the farm. And just animal feed, it's about $500 a month. For those of you that are curious, I know a lot of people are curious how much it costs to feed the animals. It's about $500 for the feed every month, and then roughly $300 to $500 depending on the feed of the fish food for fish. So I'd say $1,000 for the month to feed everything at the farm comfortably. And over here, this entire building is full of hay. Full of hay. As a matter of fact, I don't know if I'm allowed up here, but I'm gonna go. Look at all the hay. I feel like this is the most in-depth, detailed feed pickup I've ever done. You know what it smells like over here? It smells like a guinea pig house. Like a guinea pig or a bunny enclosure.
Just like that.
All right, man. Thanks, boss. Appreciate you. Whoa! The emus are fired up right now, folks. Whoa! Stay back. We're back home. It's time to unload the entire truck. This entire truck right here, full of feed into the barn yonder. And that is also we're prepared. And that is also that we are prepared for this storm coming. And once we're done with that, we done with that. You know what, Cuffaros, maybe I am really out of shape. Oh.
baby. This. Yeah. Oh my goodness. All right, I gotta go in there and put that up there instead of underneath because it's gonna flood soon. So this will go up on top. But as you can see, the goats love when they get a fresh bale of hay. Right, Oscar? It was empty before, and it's full now. Now we just blow all the hay off because my OCD. Woohoo! We're ready for the storm, baby. So these videos are sometimes filmed days before things, and in this case, that hurricane part was, and I just want to send my prayers to all the families that may have lost pets, you know, family members even, and of course their homes and belongings and so much more in that storm. It hit the west coast of Florida super hard. I'm on the east coast. We got heavy rain and heavy winds, but that was just about it. But I know it smoked Tampa Bay, Gulf of Mexico, Tallahassee area, and even went up into North Florida inland spots. So it was a massive storm. Hurricanes are, if you live in Florida or even at this point North Florida, you already know hurricanes are nothing to play around with. Alrighty, it is 10:27 p.m. I just came out to the pond because I was sitting in my room thinking, why is the shark pond just a little bit lower? It is lower than it was when we filled it up. Now, of course, there's going to be evaporation, but I then thought to myself, maybe the same piece and same spot that was leaking before started leaking again. I couldn't believe it because, you know, Flex Seal, Flex Tape, Phil, that guy. Yeah, him, I put some of that here and it literally stopped the leak. Now, there was a slight leak on the back here. I actually put them on the back side too. You can see the existing water lines here. That is from it dripping and then the salt just dries up. That's before the water changed. When the water went down and this ended up drying, I stuck another piece of tape on here and it was dry and it hasn't leaked since, so that's the trick. I thought that was maybe the reason why we lost about 2 inches of water, an inch and a half. So I took a step back here. Thought maybe let's look around the edges here, maybe hopefully, gosh forbid, and in one of the windows. No, it's not really splashing enough to make a decrease in water, maybe a little, but there it is, right in front of my eye, the leak. It's been dripping, as you can see. It's actually, this is moist for sure, but it's not that bad. I can't see that being the reason for our 1.5 inch drop. Maybe this plus evaporation, I don't know, but it is leaking right here, and there's always things that happen in this, especially when you have as many ponds and stuff as I do. But yeah, I believe one of these, or maybe this seal right here, is leaking. Regardless, I'm going to fix that. I believe it's right here. It's literally right there. This is Redneck Dan, folks. Redneck Dan is about to give it. It's definitely leaking, bro. That's
Oh yeah, you can see the water cooling.
Yep. No bueno. So we need a drill, and we're gonna fix this. Unplug the pond, step number 1. That's where it's coming from, right? Yeah, it's gotta be coming out of that. Oh, twisting the dang PVC. Alright. That's good. That is way tighter than it was. Okay, now we plug it back in. Okay.
Oh God.
Whoa. All right, take a look. Nice and close. No more water. No more water. This should be good to go now. Sometimes things just happen. You sketch out a little bit, but you fix them nice and quick. It's 10:30 at night. I'm flying to Texas tomorrow, so I gotta get to sleep. We fix it nice and easy, nice and quick. Sorry to scare you if you click this being scared, but the leak is fixed. That is Cuffaro. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. Definitely more of a home vlog. It was literally all at the house. We did in-depth things though. We prepped for the hurricane and then obviously ran into this little slight mishap, which things happen. You own a bunch of these ponds, lots of equipment, but easily fixed. About the best way I could have possibly went. This is gonna be stopped being spoken about here very soon. We're gonna finally get sharks. You saw in today's video, all the testing, it's almost done, and it's almost time to receive our zebra shark. It's gonna be a huge, huge day. It'll definitely be, and I know I've been saying this a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I've been saying it forever. It will be next month. I'm just kidding. Hopefully it'll be this month. Wait, let me see. It will 100% be in August. You have my word. Oh God, I'm sorry, I just scared everyone watching.
It will 100% be in October, the month of Halloween. We will have our shark. Promise it. You have my word. It'll be here. October, we'll have our shark. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this little farm day. Back to the action tomorrow in the next video. Peace.